Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. Today we're doing our capstone run and capstone prep for Season 4. Essentially what we've done here is set up the stock Dust Devil Barbarian build with double swing. And what's happening in this season is we've got this Iron Wolves theme where in Kyrgyzstan and the Iron Wolves encampment, the seasonal quest line basically involves just the Helltide and the Iron Wolves, and basically when you're in the Helltide, you're building up any activity you're doing in the Helltide, whether you're killing monsters or opening chests or whatever, you're building up this Wolf's Honor ranking, so building points into this to redeem these kind of like rewards and caches. And what you're getting out of here is pretty good. You're getting legendary items, you're getting these nice caches. So like this one came with a couple of uniques in it. It gave me a Rage of Harrogath, and it gave me an Overkill. And then in addition to the rewards you're getting from the Iron Wolves quest line, you're also getting your seasonal journey caches, which are giving you legendaries that are like on theme for the particular class. And for the Barbarian class, it's the double swing Dust Devils specific legendary items, right? So when you complete the first couple of chapters, they're giving you a certain set of equipment. And then, you can get some additional ones here for the Chapter 3 as well. But I've noticed that just the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 legendaries, plus a few of the caches from the Iron Wolves reward system is basically enough. And then also at level 35, we're basically ready to go into World Tier 3. And that's because the ancestral items have a minimum level requirement of 35. So we want to continue leveling. We want to continue leveling fast. And for our gear progression, we need to progress into ancestrals, and we want to get the additional experience multiplier that we're going to get in World Tier 3. So we're basically ready to take on the capstone at this point. And then we just did a little bit of retooling of our legendary aspects offline. We didn't really have to change too much. We're using most of the gear that came with those rewards that I just went over, and then just did a little bit of imprinting, right? So what we got from these caches, we got a Rage of Harrogath, which was very nice. Rage of Harrogath has been updated, so now it states inflicting bleed on an enemy has a % to reduce cooldowns of skills. So this used to read inflicting bleed on an elite has a chance to reduce non-ultimate cooldowns by 1.5 seconds. So they took out the restriction on damaging elites, and they took out the restriction on non-ultimate cooldowns. So this can also now reduce the cooldown of Wrath of the Berserker, which is really nice. And then before we switched into double swing just now, we were playing Deathblow Upheaval. We got the Overkill early, which was really cool. It's really cool to get a build enabling unique early in the process. So being able to play Deathblow with this unique that gives Deathblow a shockwave was really fun. So that's a good overall improvement to give you uniques nice and early. And then in terms of like legendary aspects, anemia is just whatever. It doesn't really matter. We could basically put other defensive ones on here if we had them. And then on glove, this one's really important. Our shout creates Dust Devils. That's very important. On pants, we just have protector, so the barrier, that's whatever. Boots, just whatever. It's a movement speed bonus, but the movement speed bonus goes away when we take a hit. On two-handed here, we got charge, ancestral charge. That's obviously really good. Here we've got the one that creates Dust Devils. We generate 100 fury. We do any attack. We create 2 Dust Devils. This one is the core skill synergy between double swing and charge, essentially. So this will give us more damage for charge. That's like the only one I actually imprinted. This one is for double swing specifically. So casting double swing creates a Dust Devil. That's obviously really important. Resource aspects can now go on Amulet, which is nice. This is vocalized empowerment, which used to be Echoing Fury. So yeah, that's giving us Fury on shouts. And then we got Bold Chieftain, which is cooldown reduction on shouts. This is nerfed a little bit. The max range of this used to be 1 to 1.9 seconds. So now they've nerfed that a little bit. And maybe it's because you can put it on Amulet for an increase. And then we've got Brawlers, which is another aspect that's juicing charge. So basically, we're themed up with Dust Devils, with charge. That's about it. So it's basically shouts, Dust Devils, charge, and double swing. Most of our legendary aspects are assisting us with that. And then if I look at the way I set my skill tree up, it's pretty simple. We just have Lunging Strike, where critical strikes give berserking. We've got double swing, where we can keep making whatever we're hitting vulnerable. Tactical Rallying Cry, that's always a must. War Cry, giving berserking. We're all in on shouts. If we had a couple of extra points, we would be totally all in on berserking. So DR while berserking. Prolific Fury is really important. We might as well run Battle Fever since we're running charge. Charge, we've got the cooldown reductions. We've got Pit Fighter, so increased damage to close. We'd like to have counteroffensive. We've got Wrath of the Berserker, and we've got Unconstrained. So we're basically all in on shouts, berserking, and then, you know, it's just Lunging Strike and double swing and charge, basically. So our buffs, Rallying Cry, War Cry, Wrath of the Berserker, and then Lunging Strike, double swing, charge. So it's a pretty straightforward build. We have not played any double swing yet, but I have a feeling that this is going to be pretty strong and that we should be able to run through this capstone dungeon pretty easily. So let's see how it goes. I haven't played with double swing since launch. Maybe even since the beta, honestly. We're going to try and kill everything in here. So all these monsters are level 50. That's 15 over what we're currently at. We might want that passive that gives more fury generation for basic skills. But when we're just kind of targeting down a single enemy, it seems like our fury is fine. The Dust Devils do most of the work. Yep, this is a pretty solid build. It's basically on cruise control. I always like having the standard buffs of Rallying Cry, War Cry with Wrath of the Berserker. If you've been watching my videos, that's kind of the resource generation, fury generation setup. So it seems like in general, for every class, they're going to give sets, or they're going to give legendary items that align with the builds that they've buffed as part of the season. So for Sork, they're going to give Incinerate legendaries. And then for Barb, like I've been talking about, they gave us lots of Dust Devil synergies. I think we just got lucky with the charge drops, but... Double Swing's going to help us level up our weapon expertise really fast. The arsenal system. We got low on life briefly, but not a big deal. We haven't done any re-rolling. We haven't done any tempering. I don't think it's necessary until you start getting Suit of Ancestral that you really need to tinker with your gear. You should probably just try and get out of World Tier 2 as fast as possible and into World Tier 3, and then build a Suit of Sacred, and then use that Suit of Sacred to get into World Tier 4 by level 55. So for the same reason that we're going into World Tier 3 at 35, we would want to go into World Tier 4 at 55. And that's just because that's when we can use the gear. I don't mind the Dust Devil playstyle at all. I think it's fine. It's just kind of funny to me that my upheavals were doing like basically no damage, and it's really all the Dust Devils doing all the work. So we might as well embrace it and then either play... If you're going to embrace Dust Devils, you have to play either Double Swing or Whirlwind. And we've done Whirlwind to death, so let's give Double Swing a shot. Especially early game where Double Swing should be less intensive on our Fury. Okay, let's put into... let's try Endless Fury out. Actually, I'm going to take that back. Because we're hardly using Lunging Strike at all. So let's go Aggressive Resistance instead. And have more damage reduction while berserking. So this should just be a walk to the boss door now. The first set of bosses is the mini-bosses, the group of 4, where you've got like the healer and the big knight. And then at the end of the dungeon is the curator, which is like Tomb Lord. So we're getting Berserking from Warcry, Charge, and Wrath of the Berserker. And even Lunging Strike can give us Berserking as well. And then Double Swing, we're opting for Vulnerable over Berserking. Maybe we take out the healers first. Wait for our shots to come back. Take out this physician. So we're having just a little bit of fury management problems here. Nothing too bad, though. When you're under-leveled, bossing is going to be more difficult than killing mobs. Charge is looking like our best skill, which is no surprise. We're building our stacks up here. That's the veteran brawler stacks. So good synergy between core skills and brawling skills. We can't equip any of that stuff, so we're just going to salvage all of it when we get a chance. Because we should be able to equip all the ancestral gear that we get. Okay. Not bad at all. Let's go one more point into aggressive resistance. And then basic skills generating 10% more fury when using a two-handed weapon. So we could get this up to basic skills generate 30% more fury when lunging strike uses our two-handed weapon. I don't necessarily think that's necessary. I think our skill tree is basically fine for where we're at right now. Let's wait for Wrath of the Berserker to come back up. Pit Fighter's fine. Imposing Presence and Martial Vigor would be good. We don't really have Fortify, so we can't really use Counteroffensive right now. Maybe Invigorating Fury would be okay. Maybe this is more of a Walking Arsenal Duelist setup. So yeah, maybe that's the only unexplored synergy would be walking arsenal setups. Alright, so here's the curator. Let's see how this goes. This is why we would consider having the more Fury on basic skill. Just because we're going to run out of Fury pretty frequently here. Oh no, died. Damn. Let's let Wrath of the Berserker come back up. So charge giving berserking, we have to keep that in mind to get our aggressive resistance up. I don't think we can do much better. Maybe we save Wrath of the Berserker? Nah, I don't think so. Just mixing some more basics to keep the Fury going. Maybe take the minions more seriously. This is just 2 more, right? Yeah, so the only adjustment we did there is we took the minions more seriously. Relentless Berserkers, that's nice. That looks like it's been nerfed. That's a nice Protectors. Expectant, has that been nerfed? That's a surprise if it has. Just looking through the level requirements for all this gear. We'll just go ahead and salvage all of this. We don't have to be concerned with trying to level into non-sacred gear. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. Just died to the curator one time. Head into World Tier 3. There should be plenty of people closer to our level here. This thing, which requires level 43, we can just salvage all this. Yep, and then now when we go into the Hell Tides, we should be looking for Sacred Gear. And then any of the Sacreds should be level appropriate. So like one trick we can do is like, let's just roll for like a two-handed mace, for example. And then boom, that's like 1,000-point damage increase, right? So like the minimum level requirement here, 37, that's interesting. Let's get like a two-handed sword. So these are all basically at level requirement. And then what do we want? Like 2 maces, maybe one of each. So like these that both have max life. And like there we go. We're basically ready to do the Hell Tides now, right? So we upgraded our weapons using the obols that we had accumulated. And then we can just use the rest of our materials to re-imprint the weapons with the setup that we want. And then we don't have to change anything else really. And then we're essentially good to go and continue our journey. So that's what we're going to do. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good day.